Hey y'all, welcome back. All right, y'all, let's go ahead and dive in and see what Divine Holy Spirit has for the collective. The cards are all upright and in order by way of major arcana and through each element. Thank y'all for being here. Divine Spirit of the highest white light consciousness, what do you have for the collective at this time? What does the collective need to know and be made aware of? Please and thank you. I heard excitement just now. And if you're new here, I'm going through the channeled energies. Whatever I hear from Spirit, I will relay to you during this time. May come up in the reading as well. But I thank you for your patience and allowing me to grab the energy. What else, Spirit? Okay, so I heard request and then I heard procrastination. What else, Spirit? What else do you have for the collective? Guilt trip. Guilt trip is coming. Okay. Procrastination. So it's surrounding like it's not your fault, collective. This person has procrastinated with doing the right thing, or however that it is that they can amend things, make things right. They're the ones that dropped the ball in that matter. So I feel like the guilt trip is coming from that energy specifically, which of course, I mean, you know, it's again, scapegoat energy. It has nothing to do with you, but you seem to get pulled into it. All right, thank you, Spirit, for that. Y'all, thank you for your likes, your shares, your comments, and just continuing to rock with me and this channel. I appreciate you. I'm hearing decisions, but it seems like a past tense, like you had plenty room, ample time, opportunity to make these decisions, but you neglected to. Not you, collective, of course not you. One of the hardest decisions you ever had to make is why you're where you are as a divine being. So no, decisions are not an issue for you. All right, thank you, Spirit. Ooh, did y'all see how that was like a little spin top just now with this King of Wands flying out of the deck? Like look at what I can do. Here we go, y'all. Okay, ooh, that's a lot of cards right there, but here we go. I'm not gonna deny y'all a thing. Everything I get, I'm gonna give. We have the 10 of Cups at the bottom of the deck, y'all. So this is the ultimate happiness right here. I'm hearing by request and special request. So whatever things that you put in, like you put your order in, here it comes. It's here. It was always here, but we just had to scoot some things out of the way of this, I wanted to say passionate new beginning, but I never say that. I never use those words or that text, but that's how it came to me. So however that looks to you, this would be, even though it's a 10 completion, but I did say that some things needed to be scoot out of the way first before this could even manifest on the physical, because it was always your divine right to have this. So the conclusion of whatever is taking place right now, you know, and it is so be it, is the ending of whatever chapter that's bringing you to this ultimate happiness. Boom. That's it in a nutshell. All right, so that's a great way to start a reading, you guys. 10 of Cups energy. All right, so that's going to be the overall energy for what we're about to get into. I'm going to go ahead and touch on this card here. It happens to be touching a little combination of things that I have to, you know, deflect evil from, you know, the channel. So we'll see, and the viewers and myself, we'll see what this card is, because that might be significant to it touching this 10 of Cups and this basically evil eye protection. Let's see, let's turn it over. All right, so we have the 9 of Wands. So someone is no longer able to view you, and that could be on the physical. So maybe they lost their device, because I'm thinking, you know, if this has something to do, if we're following the energies here of somebody who has dwindled down to nothing, maybe they lost their little personal device. Maybe it's their phone, or they were staying at someone's house, so they were able to use their laptop computer to view you, possibly, because this is a watching of something, so social media per se, or maybe they were kicked off of an account but they're unable to view you any longer. Therefore, they have no access to you, because that access to you, even by way of watching you on a screen via social media, they still had access to your energy. But this Nine of Wands is telling me it's a no. They're losing even that now. Whatever it was that they were relying on to give them a boost of strength or energy, because they really no longer have access to you physically, they were relying on that, but they've lost access to that. So it is access to social media is what I'm getting. Also, I was shown like a wallet with a picture in it. Maybe there's a picture, a family photo, or maybe y'all coupled up. Y'all took some pictures and they held on to this picture. But that's what they were using to gain access to you on the spiritual realm. But, you know, that's been cut off. So maybe they lost their wallet. You know, there's something added on to their, I'm hearing the word prohibited. So their access to you spiritually prohibited, but the little physical things that they had to kind of hang on to you are being, I'm hearing access denied. So those accounts are being shut down. I don't know, whatever trifling thing that they did to get their account shut down or banned or whatever they were linked to, link them to that thing, and then therefore it's collateral damage. So they got shut down, y'all. And that was specifically off of the energy of this card touching my little protection measures here. All right, y'all. Y'all know that King of Wands was the first card to kind of bloop, bloop, and then fall. But it was like a look what I can do sort of energy that I stated when it happened, because it was just kind of comical how that just kind of, you know, don't notice me. It felt like a stirring up of an abracadabra, and then boom. So it feels like there's something coming in by way of energy, you guys. I won't say physically, because I don't want you to think that somebody's coming knocking at your door again. I mean, I feel like this person is dwindled down to nothing. That's the energy. So whatever they really had, the last hold of you that they had physically in a physical representation, they're losing that or have lost it. So they don't have that access. But what this King of Wands was telling me was, you know, I'm still the greatest. I'm still the greatest. So there's denial. There's some heavy denial of this karma that's raining down on them. That's first and foremost. But then the fact that they're losing access to things that they've held on for so long, I don't know. It's kind of giving them like a cape, like instead of loser, now they're super loser. You know what I mean? Because that's what that extra flip of distraction of energy and denial, that's what that card did for me when it came down with that King of Wands. So, you know, that also, I'm also seeing someone kind of acting out. I saw this earlier today, you guys, so I'm not surprised that it's showing up again. But it's somebody on a crowded street, and you know, you're walking down the street. Maybe you're visiting like a touristy location. Like, it's not your normal place that you walk around in. But, you know, you can always point out the quote unquote crazy person. I put it in quotations because, you know, it's a mental illness that they're struggling with. Obviously, if they're blurting out, shouting, something's chasing them, but nothing's really there. You know, the paranoia, like you can spot these people out, and then you do everything best to try to avoid them, you know, just for your safety and just whatever. That I got that earlier, but again, with that energy of how the card flipped out, it's reminding me of possibly, you know, that's what this King of Swords is going through. I'm hearing the word persuasion right now. So this could be somebody who is on a street corner. Y'all, it's really giving me somebody struggling to survive, but they're still in denial about it. You know, it's not adding up when you look at it, but then it really is what it is when you see it. Yeah. This is giving me beggar energy, but it's like I'll do anything. You know what it's giving? Heavy crackhead energy. No disrespect to any recovering addicts out there, but you know that's a saying for a reason, because they will dance, they will perform, they will spaz out when they don't have it. They'll do anything to get it. That's this King of Wands. I knew it was something drawing me to that, how the card flipped out. I knew it was something drawing energy, attraction to this particular card of the King of Wands. And that's why. Oh boy. So could we say something like street artist slash homeless, you know? Like somebody who would definitely have to ask for a change to total strangers on a street, a busy street corner. Can we just say that? I mean, because that's what I'm getting. All right, let me keep going, y'all. Let me keep going. So on top of this King of Wands, I can't wait to discover this. This was like a spillage of energy here on top of here. I'm going to turn these cards over and we'll see what's going on. Talk to me about this King of Wands. And these cards were laying like this, so they're pretty much on the side, but I'll navigate through the energy as we go. So we have the Will card, you guys. We've been seeing this in the most recent readings, that it's in a forward direction, even though it's not good for somebody and good for somebody else. Whatever it is, whatever is happening, I'm hearing whatever's exposed, the exposure of, it's going in the right direction. The wheel is moving forward. It might be karmic for somebody, bad, and then it might be dharma for somebody, good, right? For the balancing effect. So this is supposed to be happening, whatever it is, in regards to this King of Wands. Right behind the Will card, look what we have, the Seven of Swords. They're getting it how they dished it out, how they lived it. They have now become their worst nightmare. That's what I got. Like what they would have feared the most of becoming, they have become that. They have. So what I'm getting, if this person made fun of, if they publicly displayed hate or tried to draw attention to same-sex couples, individuals, people of that who prefer same-sex relationships, they have now become that. But see, their thing was to keep it hidden. They didn't want anybody to know what they were doing, but out in public, it was all this rah, 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 hate speech, hate energy, but now they've become that. I'm hearing they've succumbed to it. And the only reason why I'm saying they've become their worst nightmare, that's not a negative connotation on homosexuality or same-sex relationships. It's the fact that this person tried to destroy others who were happily out, proud. You know, there was nothing holding them back from being who they wanted to be. But here you got this jealous individual of a King of Wands coming along saying, man, I'll never be that person. And the thing about it, they were doing it in secrecy. They were doing it in secrecy, but now they've become this. It's that they can't deny it. There's no way they could deny it. Even if they tried to go to the grave denying it, is some information out there or something that has taken place. I'm hearing something they contracted that's going to say otherwise. And not to associate STD or a specific STD with contracting it through same-sex relationships. That's not it. There's something that's pinned to this King of Wands that would like successfully confirm that they were doing things behind closed doors that they accused others or made others feel bad about doing out front. I hope y'all got this. So they've become their worst nightmare. All right, behind the Seven of Swords, we have a Queen of Wands. So this would be the counterpart of the King of Pentacles. But I'm giving you guys, this is giving me, this is also the King of Wands energy. So perhaps they were working as a Queen of Wands energy, also working out of their feminine energy. So this could have to do with their emotions, how they, dealt with certain things. This would be one of those things to where a masculine would tend to act or respond like a female. Like that's something a female would say, especially when it comes to, them getting upset. We're talking about fire energy. They might do something that, you would think like a female would have that kind of reaction. Most people would say, you a bitch. You acted like a bitch, That would have been this King of Wands in this Queen of Wands energy. So this wasn't like a masculine who was like, a healthy masculine, I'll say that. They weren't in touch. They weren't in touch with their masculinity on a healthy side of that approach. I know I have to be careful with my words because I am not, my intention is not to offend. My mind is very open, very open. So for people who don't know me, I feel like I have to tread lightly with my words, but it's not coming from a place of hate. It's not coming from a place of fear, none of that, or ignorance. I'm far from that. But the energy of this person, me trying to describe who they are, they show you one thing in front of your face, but behind your back, it's like you had no idea who this person really was. That's why I'm having to be very selective and careful with my words, because they would never want you to know that they really hated you because they were in your face smiling. So for me to have to portray that energy, it's like I gotta be careful how I phrase things because it really is a whole nother thing. But I can't make it sound like from me as a reader, that's how I feel. No, I'm talking about this King of Wands. So, I was also getting that possibly a King of Wands. It's a lot of stuff here that I have to tread lightly when I say, possibly they were raised without a father figure, so they weren't able to get, that strong masculinity of not a toxic masculine, but a healthy. My thing is all about healthy and balance. They wouldn't know healthy if it slapped them in the face when it comes to emotions, relationships, spirituality, even religion. Like even if they had an example of religion, it's like they saw the religious side, but then they saw the toxic side in the same person. So it was confusing. So this in conclusion, y'all, this King of Wands would have been considered bitch made. We'll say that. All right, behind the Queen of Wands, y'all, we have the Emperor reverse. So this is somebody who definitely was in a position to be on top, to reign supreme, but it was really all a facade. I did state this person was operating out of feminine energy, even though they were a masculine. But the Emperor in the reverse is known for throwing like a hissy fit, temper tantrums. But I said, back to the channeling, y'all, when I said I saw somebody on a street corner just kind of spazzing out or asking for money, talking to themselves, whatever the typical quote unquote, the homeless person would be out of a crowd. I don't mean to disrespect when I say that, but, there is that chance that, they're kind of wandering and they're not going anywhere, but they're on constant movement, walking in circles, maybe asking random people for money, change. Then they're blurting out. They kind of scare you a little bit because maybe you were minding your business. You didn't expect that. So what I'm getting is like they're plain clothes. Like they don't look like they've been on the streets. So anyway, whoever this person is, that's the situation for them right now. We talked about them losing, like, even their device, if they have a phone or whatever it is that they were relying on to connect to your energy. Somehow things are being dismantled, period. So the Emperor is losing their position, but they're having a hard time letting this go. The denial that I mentioned earlier, the understanding of this is what's happening and this is supposed to happen, Will card upright. They're still not getting it. They're not understanding this. Their worst nightmare is coming true. It's a nightmare for a reason, because deep down they brought this on and they know it, but at the same time it's scaring the shit out of them. That would be a nightmare. So they did it to themselves. Behind the Emperor reverse, we have the Hierophant reverse. I mean, we know that this comes in the form of a lesson, but the Hierophant reverse means somebody refused to get this lesson right. They refuse to pay attention to the signs, or they just refuse to just get themselves together with the help of the Hierophant energy saying, come on, I got you. It's okay. Come on. It's okay. Come on. And then they're still like, what's that come with? No, I'm not. No. The Hierophant could have approached them, an angel or something could have approached them and said it comes with freedom. And they're probably like, what's that? I don't know if I want that. Because they were so used to being in bondage and they liked it there. Because it seemed like it was serving them well. But what bondage serves anyone well in their right mind? No one would agree to that, but they did. Or they refused to say yes to this Hierophant. All right, behind that we have the Chariot. So this is my full steam ahead card. It's like nothing can stop this movement, this forward movement, confirmed with the Will card, forward motion. Nothing's stopping this Chariot energy. And I'm telling myself I'm almost neglectful to see what's behind it, because there is another card behind there. Something's coming full force, cannot be stopped here. It can't be stopped. Behind that, we have the Nine of Cups. So I'm hearing bring it on. I saw this Nine of Cups, that's what I heard, bring it on. You know, that could represent some sort of flood waters, or that flood water coming in. You can't stop water, especially a mass of water. You can't stop that. It's coming. So those cups could just represent payback, emotions, things that they thought that they were good on. They didn't have to worry about. They were high off the hog. Look at them. They didn't have a care in the world. They felt that they could do what they wanted to do, say what they wanted to say, move when they wanted to move. So whatever is here that put this person in this energy, this is gluttony. This is gluttony. This is greed. This is laziness. All of this behind this Chariot energy is coming full force as a result of. Let me see what else is here, y'all. I feel like that's a bookmark right there. Like we'll just put a bookmark. Now, what was connected to this energy here, starting out with this Eight of Cups, there are two cards here. So the Eight of Cups means walking away from things that no longer serve you, emotions, like you just putting it all down, walk away. But this is giving me vagabond. I never used that term, but that's what I heard, and it gave me that, and I said it, vagabond. But I feel like that's another word for someone who's like a nomad. They have no home. Therefore homeless, but that's been the energy from the get-go. So, okay, so I'm being brought back to this Nine of Cups, y'all. I knew there was a bookmark there for a reason. So let me reveal what's behind the Eight of Cups before we tie it back to that Nine of Cups. Okay, we have the Queen of Cups reverse. but she's homeless. She's homeless. That came out of nowhere, y'all. Na 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 na, standing for money. La da dee, la do da, la da dee, la do da. What are the lyrics to that song? Cause that was random, but it wasn't. Singing for money. Was I not talking about somebody on a corner entertaining, asking for money? Like the Look What I Can Do when that King of Wands came out. Wait a minute. Okay, Spirit, tell me about this Queen of Cups reverse. And then the 8 of Cups tying into this 9 of Cups. Please show me. Chariot energy full force. Please show me. But she's homeless. She's homeless. Y'all, it's blank. It's blank. It's blank. But I feel like that blank it resonates somehow with this energy. Something's blank. Something's blank, y'all. Y'all know what? Now I know. Okay, now I know why I saw that. Y'all, they're together, this Queen of Cups and this King of Wands, because she's pregnant. Or either the child's already been born, it's a newborn, it's a baby. There's an infant or a child or the spirit of, but somehow this Queen of Cups, guilt trip came out in the channeling. There's a reason why this King of Wands and this Queen of Cups reverse are together right now. So the Queen of Cups could possibly be, oh Lord. Y'all, they got a little connection here by way of a new business enterprise on the street level. But this has to do with them moving from city block to city block, possibly. I mean, this isn't one of those things to where they get to be on the streets posing as beggars. No, they really are in that predicament. Like, they don't get to pose and then go count the money and then go to their high-rise apartment. That's not the energy here. They maybe go to a car and stay in the car for the night and just move the car around the city together. I heard the name Virgil just now. I don't know what Virgil has to do, but I said, let me mention it to the people. Yeah, but the blank energy here, because it's like this Queen of Cups reverse. Somebody's blank. Somebody is, but I also had the mental health, somebody kind of acting out, you know, the quote unquote crazy person. That's spazzing. I had that, but then when the Queen of Cups came along, I didn't really draw a blank. That was an energy like I didn't, you know, have any information to give you, but at the same time, that's really kind of how it was with this Queen of Cups reverse. So I'm hearing unstable. So between the two of these characters, the King of Wands and the Queen of Cups, obviously there's some physical instability, right? But the mental instability is also here. But it's almost like somebody is tranquilized. That was the blank energy that I was getting. Like there's nothing there. Nobody's home. Nobody's home. What I was seeing, y'all, is somebody who is kind of just taking it. When I say taking it, they know that that's their only option. If they were trapped or confined with this King of Wands, that's the best that they could do right now. I'm talking about this Queen of Cups, especially if she has a child, a newborn baby. So she's gonna shut up and take it, because what else is she gonna do? Even though they possibly are living in a car and they're out performing during the day on the street corners or out begging for change or whatever this is. Y'all, this is an unhealthy environment, period. I mean, of course, I'm thinking about the child. But I did mention a child in spirit as well. But her head is hung so low. It's hard for me to understand if there's a physical child or she lost a child, or is it shame and guilt from losing the child? Like, how did the child leave here? And the attachment of guilt to that. There's a lot going on right now, y'all. So the Eight of Cups would make sense to kind of somebody who just kind of dropped everything and walked away with that Queen of Cups reverse. Because the blank, like, just leave it, just drop it. The tranquilized energy, just take it. Like, what else are you gonna do? Where else are you gonna go? And it's them just kind of succumbing. I used the word succumb earlier, but this is like literally succumbing to that emotion of depression or abuse, whatever's going on here with this King of Wands, whatever the King of Wands is dishing out. But I'm hearing if the King of Wands is unstable and so is she, or she has a history of mental illness herself. So that's where that tranquilized energy was coming in, because she could be on medication, but there's something that's got her numb the hell out, like numb. And it could be them satisfying a drug addiction, but I feel like it's the King of Wands that would be the one who's addicted to drugs. And possibly this Queen of Cups is the one who's overcome it. I did mention, just out of, for me to just kind of play things, accordingly without, offending anyone. I did say, if I'm speaking to someone who's already overcome, because I was getting crackhead energy with that King of Wands earlier. So yeah, there we are. There's a confirmation. So she would have been possibly the one who's recovering, possibly because she was with child. She had to go through some sort of recovery process because she was with child. So she could, she figured she better get herself together. But it's like, if she is on medication, it's like neutralizing her, that tranquil energy. I said it several times before this. For some reason, I can't find the word. Like a tranquilizer. Maybe that's associated with recovery. Maybe there's something that kind of tranquilizes you to where you're numb, because that's the energy here. So Spirit, the Nine of Cups, though, this Nine of Cups, this gluttony, this greed, and then the full chariot, the chariot full speed ahead energy. What's the connection with this, with the Queen of Cups reverse? What's the connection? Yeah, so they are on the streets. Because I heard, hi ho, we're off to work we go. And then, I'm not getting ready to whistle. But then you think of whistle as whistle while you work. So this Nine of Cups has to do with fueling something. That's that greed energy. That's that gluttony energy. Okay, so the cups are, we're talking about the Queen of Cups, the Eight of Cups, the Nine of Cups, y'all. Cups, we're talking about possibly beverages, drinks that, have to do with some sort of habit, addiction. There could be something inside of the drink, concoction-wise. You guys, sorry about that. I do that. And I know that's probably frustrating for you guys to hear that, but I have to release the energy. I do. I don't want to hang on to this. I want to move on. So they're performance artists on the street. But I feel like it's more or less maybe he's pushing her up to do things. But I don't see her having the will or the strength or the energy to do whatever it is. You know what? You know what, you guys? Okay, so I was getting this earlier. He's become her manager. This King of Wands has become her manager. So think about it. If this Queen of Cups already had some sort of talent, artistry, something that she was doing before she met this King of Wands, you know, she was doing her thing, minding her business or whatever, but she had a little habit, you know, let's just talk about it. She had a little habit, but that's how they met somehow. Maybe it was an open mic night. Maybe she sings or performs. There's entertainment somewhere here, y'all. I said that. So right now it's about getting money to fuel this habit. Even though she is on her little tranquilizers or whatever. A tranquilizer is a drug though, right? Like, I would know, but like I'm asking y'all, like y'all know, but y'all are smart. Y'all do y'all research, so that's why I know I can ask you guys. Yeah, there's something up with that. So this is feeding a need with that Nine of Cups. I say all that to say, and the full speed ahead is a Chariot energy, because that's the fuel to get whatever this is. But the street performer energy is there, y'all. And the King of Wands, because all I'm seeing is like a New York City street corner when it's busy during the day. You know, they're in prime real estate of area to where they can do this. She might have her little microphone and a speaker or something, you know, and she'll get it out, and here he comes passing the hat around the crowd. But it's really for him. He's not giving her anything. He's not sharing with her. He'll say, oh, we need gas in the car, or, you know, if it weren't for you, we wouldn't be, you know, he's doing all this shame to her, because I saw her feeling like down, depressed. Like, I didn't see her having the energy to do much of anything. But then again, I drew a blank energy when I got to this Queen of Cups. But she's neutral. She's like, she's dumbed down. She's been dumbed down. But she's still talented, but she has a little habit here. And so does this King of Wands. There we go. There we go, y'all. It's interesting when I start seeing things. It's like, okay, I know what I'm seeing, but it doesn't feel like that it might be appropriate to mention at this time. And then down the line we go, and I'm like, oh, okay, here we go. This is boom. That's it. Okay. Oh, man. All right, one more card here. Let's go ahead and turn it over. We have a Five of Wands. So I did mention abuse. I mean, this is competition, abuse. This is try me. You know, she can't do anything. I told y'all she can't, but here is this King of Wands basically, treating her like some sort of subordinate. Wow. Treating her as that. But she has nowhere else to go, y'all. So yeah, there's a lot of this. You better watch what you say. You better watch what you do. It's not funny that Ike and Tina reference is coming up right now. Ike and Tina. I mean, who was Tina? She was a singer. Ike was basically in the band, but also her manager / husband / abuser / everything else, provider. Same sort of situation, y'all, except these people are going from street corner to street corner. And I don't think Tina had a habit. Maybe she did. Maybe in the movie they did show a little bit of that. I don't remember. But ultimately it was very toxic, because I mentioned toxic earlier before we even got into this. Because I said that King of Wands was toxic. They were raised toxic. All of that. All right, we got a few more cards here, y'all. Let's run through them. We have the Two of Wands. These cards I'll pretty much say are in the reverse. We have the Two of Wands reversed. So somebody's seeing a way out, and they are going to go ahead and take someone or something up on its offer. Like if this is the offer to move forward, but they have no idea what's beyond that, they are still going to take the jump, the risk. Because it is going to be a risk for them. But it's going to pay off. It's going to pay off. I don't know who we're talking about right now just yet. But whatever it is, the twos are decisions. The decision's been made. Like, it's no question that they're making this leap. All right, behind that, we have the Eight of Wands. This has been a long time coming, I see. But these are efforts put in. It's been slow moving, very slow moving. But the efforts have accounted for what's about to take place. It just seemed like it would never come. But it's on arrival, and it's due to arrive. I want to say soon, because it's been in the making for a while. And this person's possibly been in expectation. But it's giving me an energy of they can't wait any longer. I'm getting that too, because they're deciding to take this jump, this risk. But they can't wait any longer, whatever this is that they've been waiting for. Behind that, we have the Temperance reverse, because, you know, whatever it is that's coming in is supposed to bring some sort of balance. At least that's what they thought. That's why they were sticking around, hanging on, thinking, you know, once this comes in, you know, things will be back in order, in place, and I can go do my thing. It's giving me, this Queen of Cups is talking about going on the road. However, their career was set up, because didn't I mention something about open mic night? Yes, I did. This is heavy, like city energy, like only, it's giving me like corners and streets and cities and tourist areas. Yeah, because I feel like this Queen of Cups is waiting on something, because she thought that, you know, once that happens, or once this arrives, comes in, or they're able to recognize this, it'll put them back in, you know, order, possibly talking about this. I was getting ready to say the Sagittarius, but the King of Wands, also a fire sign, but the Temperance card is connected to Sagittarius. But whatever this Queen of Cups was waiting on, they're deciding not to wait any longer. All right, behind the Temperance reverse is the Two of Pentacles reverse, because they have nothing else. I feel like they dedicated a lot of themselves to this King of Wands, only to find out that it was like it's a null and void. It's a dead end situation, but they invested so much. But they're in the reverse now. They're depleted. I said this person just feels like they're empty, like they're just numb. Yeah. So Two of Pentacles reverse has to do with a decision, but this decision means like kind of dropping everything. For me, the Two of Pentacles reverse would mean getting back on track, but they lost something. So if this had to do with maybe the Queen of Cups had enough money saved up to where she purchased her first townhome or a house, you know, whatever savings she had from her career, whatever entertainment, singing possibly, she saved up a nice little lump sum. She was able to make these kind of moves. Like, she didn't have bad credit. You know, she had her life together. She was out here trying to do things, but she had a habit, right? She had a little drug habit or something. But, you know, her little money on the side was not affected. You know why I paused? Because I feel like maybe when she reached a certain age, she gained access to a lump sum of money. It's something about running through the money, but the drug habit would be the catalyst for that. But the drug habit was there so that could happen, because it means the money wasn't deserving. It wasn't earned properly. She ran into some money somehow, but it wasn't hers. You know, I mentioned her credit. Why would I mention her credit score? Her credit score had a lot to do with something, how she was able to achieve certain things, but it wasn't on good ground. Because it's like easy come, easy go. Quickly the money came in is how quickly it went out. But that's also based on the decision making. But, you know, if you have a habit, you're not making sound decisions, i.e. this King of Wands, letting them into your life. And you already struggling with something, but here they come along, you know, with this energy of wanting to make you like their little personal slave or whatever this is I'm picking up on. And the Queen of Cups was blindsided, basically. Because this King of Wands is posing as a manager. Like a a manager for like an artist. You would need someone to help you with your bookings. So that's how this King of Wands presented themselves to this singer, this songstress, this whoever this entertainer is. That's how they connected. But they both had habits. So things just went downhill really quickly. Because she had no idea who she was dealing with. I did mention the behind the closed doors energy. They'll show you one thing in your face, but behind closed doors. But by then, once you discover the behind closed doors, it's way too late. I did mention the Emperor energy. They've been in a position for a long time, and they refuse to give up this position. But whatever decision she's come up with, that Two of Wands reverse, she's about to jet. Whatever this is, it's like she can't wait anymore. Okay, so I don't feel I finished talking about this Two of Pentacles reverse. So, okay, so back to the house energy, because that specifically was shown to me. So she saved up, she had enough saved up to get like a home. Not meaning she paid for it in full, but she maybe had a significant down payment, right? You know, the credit score helped as well. But the fact that she didn't get the money the right way, of course, she's going to lose the home. So that's what this is giving me. She had to walk away from the loss of something financially. She knew she really couldn't afford it, but she was able to gain it. But because of her other karmic actions coming through to balance things out, she lost the home. Therefore, that's why she's with this King of Wands. The King of Wands don't even have a place to go. But if there's a child here, then that would be more the reason why this Queen of Cups would feel that she has to look to this King of Wands as the provider, because that's the father of the child. I'm hearing what a tangled web we weave. Y'all know what that's associated with. Yeah, dark magic. But we do have the Queen of Wands out here in the upright, but we're talking about a King of Wands operating out of feminine energy. So she might have been into spirituality herself. She wouldn't be a stranger to it because she's the Queen of Cups. She's a water sign. She wouldn't be a stranger to intuition and being in touch with spirituality. You know, she's surrounded by cups. She knows all about that. But that conflict, whatever this conflict was, it caused her to lose everything. And it might have been on the basis of her relationship with this King of Wands. Of course it was, but you know, she had a habit herself, but it didn't help that this King of Wands came along and basically destroyed her future, even though she had a part in that herself. But anyway, behind the Two of Pentacles reverse, we have the Page of Swords reverse. So I feel like the Page of Swords reverse is them not wanting to give way of information that they're trying to get away from this King of Wands. I don't feel like they want to start pointing signs and arrows at the things that they've been trying to put in place to get away. Because it was, you know, when I mentioned the word slavery, you know, slavery is captivity. You can't get away. So there's something here that's making this Queen of Cups reverse feel like she is captured, like she can't escape this. That's the energy. So I feel like secretively she has been alluding or not mentioning or avoiding certain things, but it could come out in the form of a lie to this King of Wands. Because I really feel like the energy here so far is they want to get away and they can't wait any longer. But if they're being held captive, they got to play it cool. Right? Behind the Page of Swords reverse, we have the Seven of Pentacles. So, you know, the Seven of Pentacles is a loss of investment. But, you know, I felt with the Queen of Cups reversed, she's the one that gave her all. She gave her all. Like all. Everything's gone. So the loss of investment here is what was keeping her around was, you know, that she figured this was all that she had. Where else was she going to go? You know, and all of that being tied to the King of Wands, she was basically like a ride or die with this King of Wands. She put a lot of trust into this King of Wands, not even knowing that they were a monster holding her captive. Right now, currently, that's the deal. But she never saw that because she wouldn't have signed up for anything like this. She wouldn't have agreed to anything like this, all the things that have went down. I'm hearing displaced. So she did lose her home on account of this King of Wands. She's out on the streets or living in their car with them or wherever they are. It was giving me living in the car. So at first she was like, I can't let go of this. I put too much work into this. Sorry for the camera shake. And, you know, he loves me. He'll do better. Because remember that Temperance reverse, she was waiting for something to come in, some action, some proof of, you know, he'll get better. He'll improve. She was that one. She was that person who held on to a dream and false hopes. She held on tight too. She risked her career for this. Possibly even her life. At this point, she's risking her life and her child's life if there's a physical child here. Because they can't survive under these conditions. And I say under the conditions of this Five of Wands energy with this King of Wands. They're like trapped. The energy is trapped. They can't survive under these conditions. She's being abused on every level. Mentally, physically, verbally, everything. She's being made to go perform on a street corner. And they take all the change from the people watching, all the collections, and use it for themselves. And they get to decide what's done with the money. But that's like a sign of torture. She's being used and abused, you guys. She never saw this one coming. But that was the whole point of the King of Wands. All right, y'all. Get out of this energy, but I hope this helps.